everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to pre-cook some hamburger, some chicken, and some sausage links and get them ready to put in the freeze dryer. I want to have some hamburger crumbles available. I want to have some pre-cooked chicken, and the sausage was in the freezer and need to get it out of there and get it taken care of. So that's why I'm going to do it. I'm not going to put any seasonings on the hamburger nor the chicken because I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I do want to have it as a convenience food and have it ready to go. Also, just kind of a side note, I have always thought put a round skillet on a round burner. And so that's what I've done. But I do have an oblong burner right in the center, and I've got this big skillet. And so I have been using my oblong burner with my big skillet, and it is working fantastic. It's heating it very evenly, and I'm glad that I discovered that. So I just thought I'd pass that tip along to you as well. All right, I'm going to finish getting all this cooked up, and when it's ready to go in the freeze dryer, then we'll meet up again. All right, we are back at the freeze dryer. We have our trays loaded. They're ready to be put in there. I did pre-freeze all of the trays overnight because I cooked everything in such small batches that as I filled a tray, I just went ahead and put it in the freezer. So each of my ground beef trays have 2 pounds of cooked ground beef on them. We'll just get them loaded. My trays are super cold. They've been in the freezer all night, so that's why I'm wearing the mitt. The chicken, I was only able to fit 1 pound of the cooked chicken onto a tray because I went ahead and cut my link sausage in half lengthwise. I wanted to make sure that all of the pieces that I was freeze drying were about the same size. So that was the reason that we chose to cut the sausage in half. All right, we'll get that in there. Continue. One thing that I make sure is we know what we're going to do with the food at the end of the freeze drying process, how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use the beef crumbles, and so I wanted to make sure and have the beef ground and pre-cooked. I'm going to use the chicken cooked in meals, and I'm going maybe casseroles, stir fries, that kind of thing. So that's why they're in such small pieces. And the link sausage, we're going to be eating as links, and so that is why I chose to keep them in links instead of cutting them into small bite-sized pieces, maybe for a pasta sauce or to put into scrambled eggs, breakfast casseroles, that kind of thing. So it's really important to know what your end use of that product is going to be, because that will help you know how to slice it or to ground it or how to process it to begin with. All right, this is going to be freezing for the next 24 to 30 hours is my estimation, and we'll see you back then. Our process is complete. The machine's been running for 21 hours and 13 minutes. And let's go ahead and check our product. So the machine's telling us to open the drain vent, or open the drain valve to vent. All right, as soon as okay, that process is done. Let's check what we've got here. Okay, our sausage is crispy and breaking just fine. Let's check some chicken here. Looks great. And the ground beef, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and set this to defrost because we're going to be taking everything out now and putting it in our bags. And that'll turn. Okay, and we're going to just remove this. We do have an option to warm up the trays so they're not quite so cold. I didn't do that this time, but that is an option. And it says to keep the drain valve open, which it is. Remove the product from the dryer. We've done. Close the door and continue. And now it's going to defrost the chamber inside. All right, let's get this inside and get it bagged up. All right, we've got our bags here ready to go. I've already marked them, cooked ground beef. I'm just going to put 1 pound of beef per bag. And so let's go ahead and do that. I know before that I freeze dried this that I put 2 pounds of hamburger on here. So I'm just going to put half of a tray in each bag. This will make it easy to know what recipe to use it in, how to reconstitute it. And you do want to make sure and label your bags prior to filling them. Just makes it easier. Everything is bagged up, if you can see that. Those are the sausage links, and I've got them in 1 pound packages, so that's pretty much how we're going to use them. So that's what I've done there. The chicken, this is also 1 pound of cooked chicken, and it just kind of shrinks down to not much once the moisture is taken out, but it's cooked. It's going to be ready to be reconstituted and put into casseroles or stir fries, that kind of thing. We've got our ground beef, and that's 1 pound of ground beef in the bag as well. And it is unseasoned, so I'll be able to add taco seasoning, fajita mix, just kind of whatever kind of seasonings we want to use with it. Put it in spaghetti. All right, so now I'm just going to put in an oxygen pack into each one of these. And then we will heat seal them. This is going to remove any oxygen from the inside of the package, making it good then. The food for 25 years, I've heard up to 40 years, but extended period of time. I didn't use all of my oxygen packs, so I'm just going to put them in a glass jar with the oxygen sensor, and we'll just keep those for next time. Make sure that this jar is sealed tight. Okay, let's go ahead and get these sealed. All right, there's a great seal on there. Perfect. All right, they're looking fantastic. Okay, well that is our from beginning to end process of preparing foods in the freeze dryer and getting them ready for long-term storage. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.